In the present information age, it goes without exaggeration that data management is the key to success. Interestingly, the very thought of data flashes several related terms such as primary and secondary data, big data, metadata, masked data, cooked data, structured and unstructured data, categorical and measurable data, qualitative and quantitative data, discrete data, continuous data, attributes, variables, univariate data, and multivariate data, and the last one in our list, data on scales. Going through these in detail, the term primary data refers to a scheme of data collection where first-hand data is collected directly from the source, typically by surveys, interviews, or experiments. In contrast, the secondary data is the one that has already been collected by someone else at some point of time and is available. It could be in the form of reports, journals, or statistical abstracts. Next is the modern age term, the metadata. It refers to a set of data that gives information about other data. Simple example, by analyzing phone calls, we can get to the nature and strength of relationships between people. On the other hand, the highly complex is the big data. It is often exemplified by some V's, that is, volume, variety, velocity, and veracity. Another term of the age is masked data, where selected information or data is concealed or encrypted. In other words, though similar in structure, the actual data is protected with a mask on some count. The next term, cooked data, is used to suggest that the raw data has been processed. Processing of raw data means extracting, organizing, analyzing, and presenting the same for further use. Coming to structured data, it is usually categorized as quantitative data. It is organized and easily understood data. It fits nicely in the spreadsheets. Examples include name, dates, addresses, marital status, income, geolocation, etc. Unstructured data is a complex form of qualitative data. Text, video, social media activity, and satellite imagery are some typical examples of unstructured data which cannot be processed by conventional methods. Then, between the two terms, we also have semi-structured data. Regarding the categorical data, it is a data which may be divided into groups on some count, such as gender, employment status, and education level. The measurable data is numeric in nature. For example, height, weight, and age. Then the term quantitative data refers to a numerically driven data obtained by counting or measurements. It is typically structured in nature. On the other hand, qualitative data is text-driven, descriptive, or conceptual in nature. It banks on 5 senses: touch, sight, hear, smell, and taste. Coming to discrete or continuous data. Discrete data is the one which can take on some limited values. Often, it is said to take only integers or the values that can be counted, such as number of kids in a family. In contrast, continuous data can take on any value within an interval. For example, height or weight of an individual. Both can take any value in an interval. Attributes and variables are other terms that are related with the types of data. Attributes are conventionally associated with non-quantifiable characteristics, such as gender and hair color, while the variables are quantifiable characteristics, such as number of persons in a queue or their heights. These variables could be discrete or continuous. Then, in statistics, we also talk about univariate or multivariate data. While univariate data focuses on a single variable such as height or weight, the multivariate data references two or more variables such as height and weight, or height, weight, and age. Last but not the least, data is also talked about in terms of four measurement scales, where the nominal scale data is based on norms such as gender or eye color. The data on the nominal scale could be seen as categorical data. The second scale is ordinal scale. It is a higher order scale than the nominal scale, wherein the data is gathered in an ordered format while ignoring the magnitude. Improvement over ordinal scale is by the interval scale. It is a scale where the characteristics of interest are measured in an interval, but the interval is governed by an arbitrary zero. For example, scaling IQ, aptitude, or measuring temperature on Fahrenheit or Celsius scale. And the ultimate is a ratio scale, where the characteristics of interest are measured in an interval, and it is governed by absolute zero. For example, measuring height and weight, or measuring temperature on Kelvin scale. Thus, reference to the term data could be seen in a number of ways. Before we close, here's an exercise. Draw a relational diagram between the different terms associated with data.